person could be asking you some questions. Is my good friend Rob here?
Yeah, I'm ready. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up? This is Robert with the Heavy Back. Got a few questions here for you. I'm gonna bring up some background information on you. So these are a few questions here, just personal about your past and some about your career.
Okay.
But my first question is here. You're from one of my favorite fight towns of Philly. What are some of your big boxing influences out of the area?
Oh, man. Well, we have the legendary Bernard Hopkins. You got so many. Jeff Chandler. We have Joe Frazier. We have so many greats here that we can follow from.
Oh, yeah. Me personally, I remember growing up, I used to like watching Rocky all the time. I used to root for him, even though I know he'd win.
Yeah, Rocky was the man.
Yeah. My next question for you is, I read here that you're a great man of sacrifice. I read that you actually sacrificed going to college for your actual sister going instead of you. How important was that for you to have her go?
Well, at the time, it was like my sister, my aunt, she had custody of my three brothers and sisters, and my mom was in and out the hospital, so it was kind of like hard for us, and I knew it wasn't enough money to go around, but I had a partial scholarship, but they told me if my aunt could pay half, they would bring me in a camp, and I probably could work my way to a full scholarship, but that didn't work out, so I told my aunt to send my own little sister, and I found another way to make it, and I found it through boxing.
Boxing, yeah, that's a great story right there. You mentioned that you had a partial scholarship. I read that you did have one to attend, or you were supposed to attend a university there in Philly to play football. How far do you think you would make it if you continued your football career?
Oh man, I was pretty good, at football. I think I'd have made it to the NFL. I was exciting on the football field, just like I'm exciting in the ring.
In the ring, yeah. And then the story goes, or how the story is said, when you first led your way to boxing, you actually had a fight with the schoolyard bully, and you knocked him out with an uppercut. How did that give you confidence when you walked into your first gym?
Oh, well, I always could fight, growing up coming up on the streets in Philly. You know that in general, you have to be,
right.
You have to know how to hold your own in Philadelphia, But, and in school, like the principal and everybody used to call me Little Tyson because I used to really knock people out. This was an older guy. He didn't go to the school, and my principal said, Little Tyson, go home. I said, I'm going to wait for him. And, the guy was kind of awkward. He was kicking me too. And I just threw a punch out to the side, and I caught him and knocked him out. And, I actually had football practice. I ran home and told my uncle I just knocked somebody out. And ever since that, I've been in the gym. And, I've been loving it.
Ever since. That's an awesome story. And then also want to know, you once stated before a fight that you hold no punches. When you look at my resume, I fight people that can fight, which is kind of rare nowadays. How important do you think it is for boxers to be compared with their resume as opposed to the record when you're looking at them for the divisional ranks or pound for pound?
Okay, because you know what? Like right now, you see a bunch of guys, they are built up off of tomato cans, have impressive records. They could be like 40-0, but who have you fought to get that 40-0? You could take a good guy that's probably like 20-15 and bring them in, and I bet you they'll put on a show and probably knock this 40-0 guy out. And my resume, is a strong resume. Like, most of these guys that I fought were supposed to knock me out or beat me. But, I had that dog down inside of me, and I will not take no for answer. If the world count me out, I never count myself out. I'm always going to, have that mentality to go in there and win, and that's what I'm going to do.
Hank, are you talking about Canelo right there?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's my good buddy Rudy talking right there. He kind of got that vibe.
So you were calling out Canelo right there, man.
Oh man, look, I ain't trying to call nobody out. I just call it like I do.
I'm just playing.
Well, which leads
Rudy,
me
you
to
want to
my
go ahead
last
with your
question.
questions, man? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was going to say this leads me into my last question here, because I noticed before you did issue a challenge to any and all lightweights out there willing to face you. So does that challenge still stand, and will it stand in the 140 division as you move up?
Well, it still stayed. Like, the only time I go back down to 35 is for a world title. Like, the weight was killing me, That's why I was susceptible to a lot of things. But, I'm more strong at 140. I started my first 14 fights at 140, and I also was rated number 8 at 140 in the world. So, it's not nothing too new to me. I'm actually strong at 140. Body look better. I'm more stronger, chin more stronger, and I got more power punch, more power, at 140. So I put it like this. If somebody want to fight me at 35, they got to be for a world title.
I agree. Yeah. Rudy, go ahead with your questions, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Hank? This is Rudy right here representing South Central LA.
Can you repeat that? I couldn't hear you, bro.
Oh, no, I said that my name's Rudy, and I'm located here in South Central LA. So just,
hey, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Well, I'll get to my question. Been a boxing fan all my life, and I always like listening to stories on boxers and what motivates you. What motivates you to train your hardest every day?
Well, growing up, I never had my father there, to support me through anything. I had the males of my family and one of my uncles that, you'll look at, you'll think we twins, but he stuck beside me, and he guided me through the way, even though he had his own 2 kids, 3 kids, but, that it's instilled with me. I have my kids now, and I know how it feels to grow up, not having, dad around. I had mom around, but mom was in and out the hospital, but I know that what that feeling is like for mom to struggle, me not having the latest name brand clothes or, keeping up with the Joneses, as you would say. But,
right.
I grew up hard, and, today, my kids, if I got to go in the ring with a broken jaw, with a split lip, broken hand, and put my body through hell just to make sure my kids and my family make it, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care about me. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to make a better life for my kids.
Yeah, man, I totally understand that. You're facing Matisse, and, people, boxing fans pretty much know that Matisse is one of those avoided fighters. He's a beast. How do you prepare yourself physically for this fight?
Well, the one thing with me is to go out there and, box. Like, we all know Hammering Hank don't run and duck from nobody. But the whole thing is sticking to the game plan and being smart. Zab Judah, Devin Alexander, these guys gave you the blueprint on how to beat Matisse. And, everybody knows I'm a fast guy. But now, along with this fast, foot movement and controlling the ring, but you will definitely see a little power punching. We're not going to get in there and try to slug it out with Matisse, because that's his strongest point. That's what he wants you to do. But look forward to Hammering Hank to go in there and just boxing this guy, sticking to the game plan.
Cool, man. And that concludes my questions. I think Luke has some other questions for you. Thanks.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Hey, Hank, this is Luke, owner of the Heavy Bag.
Hey, how
here.
you doing? How you doing, bro?
Not too bad. Good to have you on the show. Thank you very much for coming on, man.
Appreciate it for having me.
Yeah, I remember you and Adrian Bronner. You had a Twitter beef going there for a while. Seems like y'all kind of made up, know y'all friends. But would you ever still fight him? Is that still on the table?
We became close friends, and I talked to his coach on a regular, and somewhat about him, teaming up with Team Hammer and probably working together. But, Adrian Broner is a good friend. At the time, we both understood, and he understood what I was coming from. When you have a guy out there fighting everybody, beating everybody, and, especially when you come up into your weight class, you're going to say, hold up. I think you need to fight me before you do anything, because I've been around at this weight class, throwing my weight around, and I think you should fight me before you get a title shot, at 135. But, you got to understand the game, you got to understand the business, and, I give Adrian Broner a lot of props, Me and him, we are the same guys, We talk our little trash, but one thing about it, we put that hard work in and we train hard. And, once we got the training camp, we realized that, everything went out the door. We became, good friends and, much respect to him.
Cool, good. Now, is this your first fight on Showtime? I mean, I know you on ESPN Friday Night Fights all the time, and I sure tune in every time I get a chance to see you, but I don't remember you being on Showtime before.
No, actually, this is my first time, on Showtime, and, I'm looking forward, to stand on there or, being a big headliner on Showtime, because I guarantee this. Once you see Hammering Hank fight on TV or, just TV or any cable period, once you see me fight, you're going to become a big fan. And I'm guaranteed that Showtime, they would not regret having Hammering Hank on, as a main event.
Oh, I bet they won't. I mean, like I said, I sure tuned in every time I knew you were coming on Friday Night Fights. Cause, like I said, it don't matter if you win or you lose, man, you go down swinging. But
yes.
Now I know, everything comes down to the belt, but once you win against Matisse, obviously you probably want to go after Danny Garcia.
Well, me and Danny, it's crazy because Danny actually called me. We were real good friends. I was supposed to get him ready, for the Zab Judah fight. I'm the ideal of Zab, to tell you the truth. I'm southpaw, and I'm fast and can pop. So I was supposed to be the head guy, for Danny and Kent. It may still happen, but, we were real good friends. We came up in the amateurs together, I've been around, when his pop was in the hospital, we real good friends, and, a lot of love and respect to him, but we also know at the end of the day it was business. Me and Danny were supposed to fight before, and we both turned it down due to our friendship, but now, it's for a world title, then, hey, we have to show the world, what two Philly fighters would do, when we get in there. It's going to be blood, sweat, and tears, but at the end of the fight, we still going to be good friends,
Definitely. Yeah, a lot of people hide behind their promoters now and say they don't want to fight somebody. I'll let them handle that. Sometimes you go out there and you actually do say you call somebody out. But I know you said you didn't want to call anybody out earlier, but was there anybody you would like to fight in the future?
Listen,
say you do win against Matisse.
You could give me any of them guys at 140. I've been dying for a fight with Brandon Rios. Since he moved from 135, I've been wanting that guy. He fought the guy Richard Abreu, and Richard Abreu beat him, but they gave it to Brandon Rios. I beat Richard Abreu. So if they was at 135 and they would have fought me, I'd have been champ. But these guys, they want to deal with a tough, rugged Philly fighter. So I would like to have Brandon Rio, Richard Abreu, he could come up, Amir Khan, all them guys are 140, and then hopefully, we go up to 47. We can sit down and talk, Floyd, I run from nobody. I'm the real deal.
I think, guys, that we passed up when we were making our wish list the other day. Remember our fight wish list that we were doing?
Right.
2013, I'd like to see Lundy Rios. I think that'd be great. That's just a war waiting to happen, man. But we definitely appreciate you having you on, Mr. Lundy. We definitely appreciate it. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. That's all the questions I have for you. Unless anybody else has any other questions.
No, I'm good.
No, I just got a comment to make to Hank. I just wish him the best of luck. Hopefully 2013, you get all those fights, and like you said, hopefully we keep seeing you on Showtime and you know, and just start seeing you dropping bombs, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love. And you know, I always end it like this: Hammering Hank coming city in town near you. It's Hammer Time.
All right, good luck, Hank. We definitely appreciate you coming on, and we wish you the best.
Thanks for the love. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love.
All right, you guys have good holidays, man.
You too, bro.